Hey, what's up, roofing fam? Welcome to one more episode, Roofers Going Digital TV. And this time, I have one of my favorite guests of the show, Jeanne Boyd Curtis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Pancho. I'm excited because you're one of my favorite hosts.
Thank you very much. I think this one is, if I'm not wrong, third or fourth time that we have done these interviews.
We've had a couple talks. So I'm curious to see what you're going to throw at me today.
Let's see. You better be ready.
I don't know.
I'm a little bit sharp today.
I'm with it. I'm waking up. I had my coffee. I'm good to roll.
Awesome.
Yes. I have learned, one, don't make assumptions of people.
Love it.
Don't assume that people have seen it out there on social media.
Just because you posted?
Just because you posted. Reach out, ask, hey, did you see my post? Can you give me some clarification on this? That means so much more. The face-to-face is so much more critical. Stopping and saying, Pancho, great job.
Yes.
And when you see other people, hey, love the smile. Thank you for the energy. Thanks for bringing this to the table. And it's just so important. Be deliberate. Be deliberate in your actions with people. Send the text, make the call. Life is short.
Yes.
And let's make people feel important and valued. When you come from education, you're such a service-oriented person. And I felt so important. I'd walk in a room and people were like, oh, she's a principal. She's a school principal. And that was just such an important job. And I felt important. And then I became a roofer and my shoulders dropped a little. And I was like, why are my shoulders dropping? So we're just looking out over this beautiful roof system. He says, what is the most important thing about this roof system, Jeanne Marie? And I'm like, ISO, Dad. Is it the ISO? Is it the membrane? Is it the, I don't know, Dad. What?
The reflective one?
You know, the ability to shed water, the ability to retain. What do you want here? He said, Jeanne Marie, the most important thing in this roof system is the people underneath it. And he said, I know you're struggling with this a little bit, but you are serving all of the people underneath this roof system because they need to feel safe, they need to feel healthy, and the way they're gonna do that is to make sure that water isn't intruding in their building. They're gonna make sure that the building structure is safe, that the roof is safe. You are protecting the people underneath it, and the most important thing of this roof system is those people down there.
So Jeanne, first, can you tell us who you are and what do you do for everyone that doesn't know who you are?
I sure can. I'm happy to. I am Jeanne Boyd Curtis.
Okay.
I am the Chief Executive Officer at Boyd Bone Dry Commercial Roofing. We are a general construction company that specializes in commercial roofing and waterproofing.
Okay.
And in addition, we have a consulting side on the side as well. So got a couple different divisions, the roofing division and consulting division, and I run everything there. Whew, it's a big job. Oh, and I'm currently, at least until November,
Okay.
the president of the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas.
And you are a mom, you are a dog mom, a wife.
I'm a dog mom. I'm a third generational roofer. I'm a wife. I have two boys. I have a 26-year-old and a 15-year-old. In fact, I let him take school off yesterday because we played in the RCAT golf tournament. So
Did you play?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I had to bring my ringer. That's why we took school off. I mean, he's a golfer. He's good. So, but I don't think we won. I don't know who won yet.
Okay, but sounds fun. I didn't play either.
No, but it was a good time out there.
Nice. I love it. And respect with everything that you do, Jeanne. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know either. It's a God thing. It really is.
Yes.
It really is. And it's people like you. It's other people in the industry, women in the industry. It's other companies, other businesses. It's our manufacturers or distributors that really have just supported me and come in. And there's always somebody you can call and say, I'm drowning. I need help. And they're there to support you and be with you.
Yes, your support network.
Yes.
So Jeanne, before we start getting into these topics, where are we right now?
We are currently at the Kalahari in Round Rock, Texas, and we are here celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Roofing Contractors Association, and it is our 50th annual conference and trade show. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
So, you already answered my second question. Is like, why this is so special? And I think you answered the first one, that is the 5th anniversary.
50th anniversary, yes.
5th anniversary. And then you are the president.
I am. And that's exciting to me, to be able to be the president for the 50th And today I will pass the gavel to Craig Rainey at Supreme.
Okay.
Craig will become the next president. And then I'm president till November.
Okay.
So he doesn't get it just yet.
Okay.
He's got to wait till November. But he will take over the November meeting. But what's interesting about the presidency, it's not just, oh, you're suddenly president of RCAT. I mean, there are elections and things like that. But it's a 5-year term. So you start off as the VP of membership, and then you go VP of finances, treasurer, and then you become VP, like incoming president, and then you become president, and then you have a year to serve on the executive board as the outgoing president. So they're not stuck with me. I mean, they're stuck with me for one more year. They're not getting rid of me yet.
Yeah. No, and it's a full plan. It's not like they go and who is the president? No, like me. It's like, no, you need to pay your dues.
I think it should be like a 2-year presidency term because I feel like I just figured out what I'm doing.
For sure.
I've been on the executive board for a long time. It's like I just got it figured out and I have to pass it away, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's okay. It'll be all right. I've created so many relationships and friendships, and I have so many networks just from serving on the board that I know it'll be okay, and hopefully I won't be forgotten.
Paid off all the hard work.
Yes,
right?
it has.
Right?
It has, certainly.
Jeanne, what are we going back to the conference before we start getting to the other topics? What are we going to have today?
Today, I'm most excited about the keynote presentation, which is in just a little bit, because when we were building this, first of all, Dave Custable he's at Tri-Van Roofing, and he is the chair of kind of like, I don't know the correct committee term, but it's the one that finds your speakers, like the conventions for trade shows, and he finds your speakers. And so he and I were talking, and they were like, what are the ideas, because this is our 50th. And in the past, normally we brought in some big keynotes from other places or other states, and they get up there and maybe they're motivating or maybe they're funny. I think there's some past video of me where I had to take a spoon and put it in my mouth and balanced a basketball.
You did it in a session?
Yes, that was our keynote that year, and he did this clever little thing with just building teamwork and things like that. So we've had those speakers, but this year was really important to me. And as I sat down with Mr. Custable, just talking to him to say, what are we going to do that we can really show the 50th and what RCAT represents? And what it represents legacy. It represents this industry. And so our keynote speakers this year are people that have been doing this for decades upon decades. So we have got legacy speakers coming today. I don't want to give it away and name them all, but one of them is they're all near and dear to my heart. I'm very honored that I know all of them, but one of them is really near and dear to my heart because that is my father, Gary Don Boyd.
Okay. Yes. Is he going to be a keynote?
He is going to be a keynote speaker.
He is
one of the legacies. But it's interesting because the roofing world is we're giant. I mean, who knows how many roofers there are? I mean, one day you think there's 10,000 and the next there's 20.
And everybody has a different number.
It's the Wild West. Everybody's got a different number for what it is. But it's really interesting digging deep down into when the industry started and RCAT started. Like, there are people on that stage that my dad's known for decades, and now I know them and I know their kids, and it's a family. It's a family. And I just wish more and more people would come be a part of our family.
Yes, and it's a growth mindset family.
Yes.
Always helping each other. That's one of the things that I like the most about the conference. Jeanne, about all these, we are going to have the keynote speaker, then we are going to have the welcoming, it's keynote speaker, then the luncheon. Then classes, we have classes, you did one.
That's what I did one this morning at 7:30.
Respect.
I don't know whose idea that was, because yesterday was my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday again.
Well, thank you, and you brought me a cake and flowers, and it was my birthday, and I thought, I have to be up at 7:30. Well, I don't have to be up at 7:30, like it takes me an hour, you can imagine, it takes me an hour to get ready, this hair, like seriously. That was time to just get ready and prepare, and then I wanted to prepare because you never know who's going to ask a question, and so I wanted to really make sure. I taught the business piece of the boot camp for licensing. So with the RCAT voluntary licensing, there are 3 parts. There's a business part, and then you can either do commercial, residential, or both, which is why if you look at a person's badge, if they're licensed, it'll say CRRL.
Okay.
That's like mine is CRL because I'm commercial residential roofing license. Or they might say RRL, which is a residential roofing license, or CRL for commercial roofing license. So you can get all the 2, or you can get, have the whole kit and caboodle. But it's great. Boot camp's great.
That's amazing. For everybody, I know you are going to see it everywhere, but there is no license in Texas, but we have it with RCAT.
We do.
and that these are the classes that, and the efforts that the association is doing so we can have a better industry in Texas. So everybody that doesn't understand the whole industry in Texas, how everything is moving.
The voluntary license with RCAT, it speaks to my heart. Most people know that I have a background in education. So I'm a lifelong learner. I believe everybody should be a lifelong learner. And I'll give you a great example of that. If you had a doctor, and the doctor went to med school, and then they came, and what if they never attended a conference? Mm-hmm. What if they never learned anything else? What if they just stopped? And whatever they learned in college and med school, that was all they ever knew. Well, they're not gonna know new techniques to heal you. They're not gonna know what machines are out there to test you for different things. They're not gonna know what medication's available now because they quit learning. Well, the industry is the same. You should never ever quit learning. Come to the conferences, come to the trade shows, learn. Because even the legends, my dad said today, I said, what did you learn from my class? Because I had him sit in my class, he goes, I learned you know more than I thought you knew.
Oh,
I'm like, hey, there was his takeaway. And he goes, no, really, he goes, Jeanne Marie, there were things there that I learned that even maybe I knew them at one point, it was a refresher. And so even if you think you know everything about roofing, commercial or residential or running a business, everybody needs a refresher. Down to my hairdresser. If my hairdresser didn't continue going to classes, how would she know what new color products are out there? Or, this new style is in and you should be cutting it this way.
Oh, yeah.
You could always keep learning. Keep learning, keep learning.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference between the roofers, business owners that are in the next level is because they have studied their trade.
They are.
So yeah, that's a key differentiator.
It's so important.
Okay, Jeanne, we have event, keynote speaker, classes, the floor, welcome event yesterday, your birthday, your presidency. I'm gonna get deeper in this experience that you have gone through. Okay. So can you tell what is to be the RCAT's president? How is this year going so far?
It's been going great. We've had some great things, and in fact, I'm excited because during the luncheon, I get to give the state of the association. Kind of like the president gives, the presidential address. I get to give the address for the state of the association. So some of the things, I don't want to give away too much. Some of the things that I'm going to be sharing are just like how well the roofing fishing tournament did. Just want to share a little bit about a legislative update and how we're doing. We've got public blueprint coming in. But I've been just thrilled to see the way people have come together. We really supported House Bill 3344 this year. It was carried by Representative Curry. There's a lot of misinformation given at the very beginning of that, but the bill itself, it's out there for people to look at what it said, because I don't want to give up on licensing. I'm not in favor of the government putting harsh, strict regulations on anybody, but I do feel that our industry needs some accountability. And so I would like to see licensing. My nail tech is licensed. The girl that does my hair is licensed. My doctor is licensed. My plumbers are licensed. My electricians are licensed. All these other trades, your architects, your engineers, they're all licensed. And I would just like to see a little bit of accountability for licensing, and I think it would help us capture our industry. Just, if for no other reason, to have an idea of how many roofers we have in Texas, a way to reach out to them, to have that contact information, to tell them more about our industry, to give them those updates. Because again, if you're not constantly learning, how are they getting these updates about what's new and what's happening? And yes.
We are not improving. We said it right now.
We're not. We've got to be.
The industry needs to be prepared too,
yes.
like a country like the United States, UK, Mexico. If the people that are there are not prepared?
Yes.
If the industry is not prepared, how are we going to evolve?
You can't. And it's so important to just have those conversations. When I was teaching the business class downstairs, I'm the teacher, right? But no, people in the class were teaching me stuff. They were sharing their stories that they had, and I was just I just love that. I love people, but I really love it when people just come and I can learn something from them, and there's always a takeaway when you have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
So always a takeaway.
Yeah, I like to say, each one, teach one.
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah, go ahead. All yours.
I'm stealing that.
It's not mine. I heard it somewhere.
Yes.
Jeanne, any lesson that you learned this year that you didn't, you were not realizing, okay.
As president or business-wise?
I think both. I think both because you did something that you have, I don't know if you have done it before, but you are running a business that is one of the hardest things that somebody can do in their life. And now being the president of an estate association is like, I don't know, like.
What have I learned this year? I've learned so much. Again, learning from every conversation that I have. I mean, just talking to people and meeting and networking, and everybody has something to bring to the table. But I would say that what I've learned is not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Mm-hmm. Not everyone's going to like you.
Oh, yes.
We have a First Amendment for a reason, and that's fantastic, and I believe in that. But know why you believe what you believe, and know why it's important. And I've learned that I can't, it's impossible to keep up with social media.
Oh, yes.
And I haven't been on, I feel bad. Like, I have all these birthday posts yesterday, and I love each and every one of them, and I want to comment on each. But I've been busy. I've been at RCAT, and I can't, so I haven't kept up with social media. But one of the things I've learned is just because you say something on social media doesn't mean it was seen. So,
Oh yeah.
So people that are asking questions of me or they're commenting, it's not that I'm ignoring comments, it's I haven't had time to respond, or I haven't had time to go in there. So my thing would be, I've learned to make a personal call or a personal text to say, hey, I understand you had a question. How can I help you answer that question? Because social media is great, but people don't always see that, so don't assume they do. You have a question, you want to know when a conference is, or what's happening at a conference, or what's going on with the House bill. You know, if you post, what's this about House bill? Don't just post it, pick up the phone and call me. Pick up the phone, call me, call RCAT, ask us. We are here to answer questions. And so just wrapping that up, what I have learned, don't make assumptions of people.
Love it.
Don't assume that people have seen it out there on social media.
Just because you post it?
Just because you post it. Reach out, ask, hey, did you see my post? Can you give me some clarification on this? Or can you help me this? And the other thing is, like, you've done so many things where I could post, hey, great job, but it would mean so much more to you if I said to you in person, face to face, Pancho, you did a fantastic job on that and great work. That means so much more. The face-to-face is so much more critical. And don't get me wrong, I love getting compliments on social media. They're fantastic. Yeah. Keep them coming, folks. Don't send the ugly ones, because that's just mean. Put those in the DM. But really, face-to-face, and just stopping and saying, Pancho, great job.
Yes.
And when you see other people, hey, love the smile. Thank you for the energy. Thanks for bringing this to the table. Thank you. There's so many people that I want to thank. And it's just so important. Be deliberate. Be deliberate in your actions with people. Send the text, make the call. Life is short.
Yes.
And let's make people feel important and valued.
I love it. I think just to complement what you just said, I think we need to learn to have hard conversations too. Mm-hmm. Because probably you learn to have them, and nobody teaches, like, who is going to teach you to have a hard conversation with a colleague, with a family member, with someone in the industry?
I know, it's tricky.
Hard conversation. The other one regarding the compliments, I received one today from your dad. That changed my day. Yesterday was a really hard day for us in the company.
Yes.
And your dad came today and told us, like, hey, like, great job. We are really happy with you guys. Keep it like that. If you ever want a reference, call me. So it was like, damn, Gary, I don't know how to tell you this, but thank you very much.
Oh, that makes my heart happy for you, too.
No. I was like, I need to tell my team. My team doesn't know this, so I need to tell them.
Yes.
Because this year has been hard, I think, for everyone, mm-hmm. So, like, he changed my day.
Good.
And I'm really happy for him that he came to tell me that. And the third topic is that, you knew this, we went in a marketing conference 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
San Francisco, HubSpot, or the CRM that we are using, they are changing the whole model they put in one of the most important elements in their new model is the personal touch.
Oh.
Is the personal touch. And I'm telling you that the whole day was AI. The whole 4 days. AI. But the main thing that we need to do is the personal touch.
It is.
So it's like, even if we have social media, mm-hmm. this is gonna even go harder. We knew that with social media, but it's gonna come even harder right now with the AI.
Yes.
So I think those are really good points, Jeanne.
Mm-hmm.
Jeanne, thank you for those comments, and those are really good lessons.
Yeah, thanks.
And I think I want to add one more, and I think you learn how to manage your time.
Oh.
Because I bet
I am horrible about managing my time. I mean, I'm good at it, yes, because people go, how do you get so much done? But I'm bad at, like last night at my birthday dinner, I was so tired. The cake came. Jeanne Boyd Curtis had another cake. So I was like, okay, I'm been blessed with birthday cakes and flowers and everything, but I was exhausted. Just meeting so many people and talking to so many people. And I was like, I just want to like crash my head into this birthday cake right now. Sleep is so important. Allow yourself the ability to stop and sleep.
Yes.
Because that's how your body rejuvenates and refreshes.
Yes.
I am the queen of a power nap. I love a power nap. I will never take a long nap. I'm not a big lay down nap
Siesta
person. I'm telling you, when I become president of the United States, I am implementing that here.
Siesta.
It is the smartest thing. You just need a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few minutes to just close your eyes, decompress, decompose, talk to the Lord or who it is you talked about, what you're grateful for, breathe for the day, and then you can refocus.
Yes.
I'm a queen of notes. I take notes for everything.
Nice.
I stay organized.
Nice.
But no, take care of your mental health, take care of your body, because that's how you manage time.
Oh yeah. So Jeanne, we have talked about your presidency, the RCAT conference, a little bit about the industry, lessons that you have learned, and we were focusing a lot for roofers, roofing conversations. But I want to discuss the other part. Like, that is probably more important than roofers, that is the people that we serve, the people that the roofing industry serve, that are property managers and homeowners.
Yes.
And I wanna dedicate some time for them to this conversation, because sometimes we forget about them. Like we are talking, how can we improve for them? How can we be better for them? But sometimes we miss these advices. What can you tell if a homeowner or building owner is seeing us right here, that it's important that they see that the industry is working on, the association or ourselves, or some recommendations,
I would say, especially when you're talking about property managers, know who's on your roof. Know who's on your roof, know if they're hiring subcontractors, know if they have general liability, know if they carry workers' comp. Texas is a right-to-work state. It's an at-will state, which means workers' comp is not required. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize. They think, oh, surely they're up on my roof, so yes, they're going to have workers' comp. No. Make sure they have workers' comp. And then do they require their subcontractors to have workers' comp? So we carry, at Boyd, we carry general liability policy, insurance policy. But our general liability policy states that if we hire a subcontractor, that subcontractor will carry workers' comp. And workers' comp is easy to get, it's quick to get, it's, for the most part.
Worth it.
It's worth it. Who doesn't want to protect people? Safety is most important. And especially if you're a property manager, you want to make sure that the people up there know what they're doing. So know who's on your roof. Be sure they carry general liability insurance. Be sure that if they are hiring a subcontractor, that the subcontractor's carrying workers' comp. Those are very, very important things right there. But one of the things that my dad, and I tell this story all the time, I really struggled going from education into roofing, because when you come from education, you're such a service-oriented person. And I felt so important. I'd walk in a room and people are like, oh, she's a principal, she's a school principal, and that was just such an important job, and I felt important. And then I became a roofer, and my shoulders dropped a little. And I was like, why are my shoulders dropping? And so my dad brought me up on a roof because I have a servant's heart for people and to serve. And so he brought me up on a roof and he said, Jeanne Marie, he looks out over this TPO roof system, and I'm looking at the mechanical work, and I'm looking at the ridge caps, and I'm looking at the just beautiful TPO membrane and the HVAC units, and this particular one had some cell phone satellites up there and things like that. And so we're just looking out over this beautiful roof system. He says, what is the most important thing about this roof system, Jeanne Marie? And I'm like, ISO, Dad. Is it the ISO? Is it the membrane? Is it the... I don't know, Dad. What?
The reflective white?
The ability to shed water, the ability to retain. What do you want here? He said, Jeanne Marie, the most important thing in this roof system is the people underneath it. okay. And he said, I know you're struggling with this a little bit, but you are serving all of the people underneath this roof system because they need to feel safe, they need to feel healthy, and the way they're going to do that is to make sure that water isn't intruding in their building. They're going to make sure that the building structure is safe, that the roof is safe. You are protecting the people underneath it, and the most important thing of this roof system is those people down there. And it was just suddenly shoulders back. Roofing is a service industry. And if you're a property manager, find those roofers that want to serve you, because that's what it's about. If you call and you say, okay, the restaurant down below has a roof leak, do you have the ability to pick up the phone and call them right away and say, when can you be out here? This is what's going on. Because it's a service-oriented thing. You need somebody that you can count on and rely on to be there for you when you have water intrusion. Nothing is more intrusive than water. So if you've got water in your building, you need to know that you have a roofer you can call that's going to get out there and take care of you right away. So anyway, long story short, know who's on your building. That would be the number one ability, a thing that I would tell a property manager. Make sure, you don't have to have the roofing voluntary license, but what it says that the roofer on your building wants to learn and know more. And it says that the roofer on your building is accountable for their industry and for their business, and that's important. So I'd look for somebody that's licensed through RCAT. I'd look for somebody that is carrying general liability, making sure they have workers' comp, and look to see, you can check Google reviews, but not everybody does the Google review thing, but it's a good system. But do they have references? Is there somebody you can call and say, hey, can you give me the name of somebody who you're working with now? Is there another property manager you're working with that you could say, I could call the phone and say, how are things going with you? So check the references of these people. How are you going to reach them later? What is that contact information? Do you have one number or multiple numbers? Because it's real easy to disconnect a phone number. So make sure that you have multiple ways to reach out to the roofer to find out how to contact them.
And they can call RCAT too, right?
They can call RCAT. They can call RCAT.
They can look for they can look for the roofer in their directory too.
Yes, you can find a roofer in the directory, especially when storms come and homeowners don't know who to call. Because I always say you could be a dentist on Monday and a roofer on Tuesday. So when you're looking for that roofer to call, really go to RCAT, go to the website, rcat.net, and you can put within so many miles of a zip code and find the roofers that are members of RCAT, because you can't just become a member of RCAT because you sign a piece of paper. There's actually accountability there to become a member of RCAT. So we're making sure they have general liability insurance. We're making sure that they've been in business.
These ones are green flags. Let's do a brainstorm.
Okay.
So it's general liability.
General liability.
They are become a part of their local association.
Yes.
It can be RCAT or NRCA or whatever.
One of the RCAT chapters.
The chapters. Then workers' comp is the same one that we said?
No, so general liability is different from workers' comp.
Okay.
Workers' comp is what's protecting your employees up on that roof.
Okay.
So we want to make sure they have that, because we don't want any homeowners or property managers sued because somebody gets hurt on their roof and the roofer doesn't have a way to cover them either. So you want to look for that workers' comp.
Okay. The other one will be make sure they answer the phone. They have good communication.
So important. You want to be able to find the roofer. Did you hire somebody that just got to Texas and they're going back to another state tomorrow? Or have you found somebody that's in Texas, local here, to help you and assist you every day? And we have great roofers all throughout the United States.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everywhere there are fantastic roofers. But when you're dealing with your properties and you need immediate maintenance repair or immediate service work, you want to know that you've got somebody that can be out there right away. And it's a long ride from Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And you can come anywhere because Texas is the Wild West of roofing.
Yes, true that. So those are good advices for property managers and homeowners, and I love them because those are the basic ones. Probably we can be here the whole day and spend one time only to talk about green flags.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of great roofers in Texas. There really is. Big, small, I'm a small company. I'm a small family-owned company, but there are some giant non-family-owned companies that are fantastic roofers as well. So just make sure that you have the ability to contact your person. And then I would go as far as to say, what happens when your person is on vacation? And that's important in big businesses as much as small businesses, but who is the contact person when you can't reach that one?
Yes.
Because some accidents happen and things happen and people go on vacation or people get ill and they can't get to their emails, and who's going to be there to help you out?
How are your reaction plan?
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, how are you gonna react against any situation?
Right.
Jeanne, is there, for a property manager, keeping with this line, is there if somebody's wondering like, one roofer is telling me to install TPO, another is telling me to install mud bead, the other one is telling me to install metal, is there a best product that like a property manager should install in the roof, or what does that depend on?
See, this comes back to looking to make sure you're hiring people that know what they're doing.
Okay.
Is there a code? Is your roof no longer up to code? Do you need to bring your roof up to code? What is the city code? Which one are they following? Which IIBEC code, which international building code are they following this year? So those are important things, and lots of people don't know. They don't know, and that's why you need to know who your roofer is. You need to make sure you've done some checks on them to know that they've got the right people up there. And people make mistakes. They make mistakes, and it happens. And so what's important is, have you hired a roofer that when they make a mistake, they're gonna own it?
Yes.
They're gonna own it and be accountable for it.
Yeah.
And that's an important thing. Maybe you paid for fleece back TPO and they put up non-fleece back TPO. How important is it TPO? They're gonna give you a discount because they didn't put the right material on, or are they gonna even tell you that they didn't? I mean, a lot of people wouldn't know, hey, is that fleece back or not fleece back?
Yeah.
So have a trustful relationship and have those conversations. There is nothing wrong with saying, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know, if you're a property manager and you want to walk a roof with your roofer, walk that roof and say, tell me what this is I'm looking at.
Exactly.
What do I need to put on this roof? Get some options. Show, every roofer has manufacturers that are at that door and on our calls. I mean, I have a million manufacturers of TPO right now that I could just send over a little text message to say, what would you recommend here for this particular roof? What is your manufacturer recommending? Know your different warranties. Which manufacturers are offering what warranties? What is the NDLs that your companies are offering? All of these things, so much goes into it. And as a property manager, honestly, they are so busy. They do not have a ton of time to be thinking about this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why you've got to find an ethical, moral, valuable roofer that knows what they're doing, that you trust and have a relationship with, to know they've got me covered. Literally, they got me covered. Get it? The roof covering. I don't like that at all. They've got you covered, and they're going to take care of your roof system, and they're going to give you good advice, because it's important to seek wise counsel.
Yeah, one recommendation that I always tell roofers is that you are not a roofer, you are a roofing consultant. You're a professional. Like, start changing that mindset, mostly with the small ones. You know, like, I'm a roofer. Yes, you are a roofer, but where do you want to be? Do you want to become a consultant?
Right.
Helping, being the right hand, or do you want to be the roofer that everybody has, like everybody?
Yes.
Now, regarding the other topic about the roofing products, I think the answer is there is no right answer to which one is the right product. Am I correct?
Every system's different. There's no right answer about what's right or best for your roof, except in certain conditions, depending on what is underneath your roof.
The substrate.
What kind, well, not just the substrate, but what kind of business is being run underneath the roof.
True that.
If you've got a hospital, and you want to be careful what you're putting on. If you've got a school, you want to be careful what you're putting on. You want to be careful when they're putting it on.
Okay.
There's lots of safety that goes into a lot of things depending on what's underneath your roof system. Not just the substrate, but the people, the products being made. Those are all important things. If you're going down past the decking and you're doing a cell phone company, you're down there and they're making cell phones. They've got Nokias just rolling down the line. How are they going to protect the contents of those Nokias? What's that going to look like? And those systems might be different. But hospitals, you've got odor to consider. Schools, the same thing. You've got kids going around. So, there's no right answer for what roof system should be on there, but there are considerations that you should take into place to determine the right roof system put on there, if that makes sense.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
And the third thing that I wanted to bring it back is you were telling me that whenever you have a problem, you need a roofer that is going to address it.
Yes.
I was in a roofing event 3 weeks ago. Someone asked, "Hey, how can I avoid being sued? Like, I'm really scared of being sued." And then the roofer said like, "Dude, you don't let a problem go that far." And it hit me like, oh shit, solve problems fast.
solve your problems quickly. Now, a lot of times though, people don't know there even is a problem. They don't know there's a problem until it's too late. You find yourself in the middle of a suit. As a business owner, and I just teaching the business class, and this isn't even in the book. It's not even, this is just my free advice from Jeanne Boyd.
Okay.
This is what he tells me as far as running a business, that there are people in your life that you need to make sure you have wise counsel from when you're a business owner. You need a good relationship with your banker.
Okay.
Good relationship with your banker. You need a good relationship with an attorney.
Okay.
I have an attorney on retainer at Boyd. I run everything by her. In fact, her name's Leanne. She's here doing a class right now. But I run everything by her. I get a contract from a manufacturer. I send it to her. How does this look? Can I sign it or not sign it? Should I sign it or not? I mean, every single thing that I have to sign, I send to Leanne because I'm not skilled in that. I'm not an attorney. I don't have that ability. So I send it all to her. So have a good relationship with a banker, a good relationship with an attorney, have a great relationship with a CPA or an accountant, and a good insurance agent. Those are the ones. Have a CPA and accountant that you can call up and say, hey, I bought this suit just for RCAT today for speaking. Am I allowed to purchase it with a Boyd Company card? Have somebody that you can call and text, is this right? Because nobody wants to be audited by the IRS. So is this okay? Am I doing it right? Ask the questions. Don't make assumptions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Ask the question of those people. Can I do this through my business? Can I run it through my business? How do I run a personal vehicle through my business? Is there a way to do it? Find the right thing. So the CPA or the accountant, and then of course an insurance agent. Have a good relationship with an insurance agent. Know your general liability policies. Know your workers' comp policies. Rely and depend on them. Again, wise counsel. And just say, hey, what else do I need? You have a big roofing job and you're not sure if you need to be covered more, if you need to go get an umbrella policy, or call your insurance agent and say, hey, this is the job I have going on. Do I need something else? And ask those people. But find your wise counsel as a business owner that you're going to call and depend on. I mean, marketing, social media. Do I have somebody that I can call and say, is this okay to post? Does this look all right? Can I do this? Those type of things. Have your wise counsel.
I think you just hit it in the head of the secret of building a good, if you want to build a strong and legit business, what you just mentioned is, I think, half of it.
It is.
That is the administration, accounting. We mentioned legal, administration, and accounting. Having those three, then you are like, you mentioned marketing, and sales was the one that is missing, and production. That were the two missing. But with those four that you mentioned, you are like pretty set.
It's so important to just have somebody you can pick up the phone and call and ask questions of.
Yeah.
And get wise counsel from. Mm-hmm.
And if you are listening to this and you are saying like, oh yeah, but like I don't have a big business like Boyd Voluntary, like you don't need a huge business to have a CPA or a lawyer. You can have one that is gonna work not a freelance, but someone that works with a lot of. You have like a part-time, you know.
I'm tiny. I am not one of the big guys. I'm a small family, locally owned and operated company, just a generational one, because we've been around for 50 years. But I still have all those wise counsel that I can lean on to ask those questions of. And there are so many people out there that want to help small business.
Yeah.
And if you're just getting started, don't think, oh, I can't afford an attorney on retainer.
There are different ways.
There are different ways to do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think that was my comment. There are different ways. Doesn't mean that you need to hire one full time, but you can have one that is going to be helping you whenever you need it.
Correct.
Jeanne, I'm enjoying this conversation and learning a lot too.
Oh, I'm learning a lot from you.
Yeah. We're learning. Each one, teach one.
It's what we're supposed to do.
I think that is going to be the name of the episode
I like
today.
that.
Jeanne, one last advice that you wanna give to the roofing community. I think we talk a lot for property owners, homeowners. Okay. Now for roofers, what advices do you wanna give to close this conversation?
To close this conversation, I would say, don't be closed up.
Okay.
I would say, put yourself out there, network, get to know other people. Yes, there's competition, but I had dinner with competition last night. Competition was across the table from me. Competition was on my right. Competition was on the left. But Be willing to share. There are so many roofs in this state. There is plenty of work to go around. Have open, honest dialogue. Be transparent, but share what you've got, and people will automatically share what they've got. And because we're all in this to learn together, to grow together, and to build a better industry together. And I think when we start seeing our industry as one and as a whole, and as we're all here together, we're all roofers, just because this one's making 60 million and this one's making 1, it's all right. I mean, set your SMART goals as a roofer. Where do you want to be? And maybe you don't want to be the $60 million company. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not the $60 million company, and I'm doing just fine.
Exactly.
And it doesn't mean you can't have those conversations with the 60 millionaires and say, hey, what are you doing? How can I do it? If you want to do it. But if not, everybody has something to bring to the table, whether they're just getting started or whether they're not. But you won't know that until you put yourself out there and get involved in the industry. So put yourself out there, be transparent with others, get involved in the industry, and just take care of one another, because we're all here to take care of each other.
Yes,
and we're all learning.
I love it. Jeanne, you couldn't say it better. Jeanne, where can people contact you or contact voluntary if they wanna, if it's a roofer that wanna know, like asking you for an advice, or a property owner or a homeowner or like whoever that wants to contact voluntary?
Well, I share my cell phone with everybody.
Okay.
Now I'm going to tell you, I don't answer the calls.
That doesn't mean that we have one answer.
I don't answer the calls I don't know, but if you just shoot me a text, my cell phone's 817-896-9330.
Okay.
You can shoot me a text and say, hey, saw you on the show with Roofers Going Digital. You said this, explain that to me, or do you have time for a call? I'm always happy to talk to anybody. You can shoot me an email, which is Jeanne, Jeanne, @boydbonesdry.com. And you can reach me that way. You can look me up on the internet at www.boydbonesdry.com. You can give our office a call at 817-477-3436. But I got to tell you, I have my secretaries up front, they're very guarded, so you have to say, I saw Jeanne on this show and she said I could call her, because then you'll get me. If not, they're going to be like, this is one of those fake things again.
Exactly, a scammer. You can tell them that you saw her with Pancho and Roofers Going Digital TV. They know me.
They do, so it'll be good.
And also in your personal social media brand,
yes.
In your personal brand,
Jeanne Boyd Curtis.
And LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram.
All over.
All over.
All over, yes. But I'm really bad about checking those messages.
Oh, yeah, no.
There's a lot there.
Exactly, yeah. We have time for everything, but in reality.
All these people that want my marketing business, and I'm like, no, exactly. I got my heart somewhere else.
Yes. Thank you, Jeanne. Jeanne, thank you very much for this amazing conversation. Thank you very much for your time. I can't wait for your speech. And for Gary's speaking session.
I know. I want to go
keynote.
I'm so excited about our legends. So excited.
Thank you very much, Jeanne.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.